The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 20. Five-yard line.
Monday down. White. Down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And his first look is incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 7:34. Get down. 180.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
6:37. Get down. 280.
Here's Carr to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. Fighting through. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now a toss play. This is Scarborough. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready? Lock the team!
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's got some space here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, Rivers. And the Raiders have got him. Vic Beasley in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
White!
On 3rd down, Rivers. And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So out come the Raiders. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
7:34. Hey, here we go. What's on?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception here, Rivers. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Well, Jumbo. Go Chief.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Carr. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So that one will be accepted. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week. Excellent focus. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
12.
Rivers now from the 50. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 42 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Carr sliding out of the pocket. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say...
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Rivers now. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Carr going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Page. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Page. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Go, go. Get set, get set.
They go play action here on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Page. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Delta! Red!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From From the gun, Rivers. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that
I'm
penalty?
so confused. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad? And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Cooper was the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Rivers now on 2nd down. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Orange. Orange.
Rivers to throw it. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. to the air on second down. It's Carr. He's going to air one out. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
6-18.
The Raiders on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Carr. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So we have and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rivers to Benjamin. Good for the Charger first down. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On second down, Rivers again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man, it's Allen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down.
12.
Second down, Rivers. It's complete to Golden Tate. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They try again with Scarborough, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Out left side here to Bryant. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Flush to his right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Carr. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run forward with Bo Scarborough. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Bo Scarborough with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Rivers now to throw on first down. Incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Rivers on second and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Caught left side, Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. This is Gordon as they go to him again. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8.
694.
Carr to throw on second down. And he will find his man on the outside. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Scarborough. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action. Now Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
7:34.
From the gun, it's Carr. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 22.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. From midfield, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
This is Scarborough. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. On play action, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
Twelve.
He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Nifty move by Gordon. And now running right through it. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Back to throw. And it's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And this one is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. He's back to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll go down at the 28. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Rivers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So this game will come down to the right leg of Caleb Sturgis. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on third down? Now Rivers. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. We've seen some long field goals to win games, and they've got to give their kicker a chance here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So this game will come down to the right leg of Caleb Sturgis. 3 for 3 so far, and a fourth would win it. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark. Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through. So for the home team here, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. So that's a wrap for